Hello, everybody. Well, I decided to go live a little late tonight. I'm going to share the link in the Discord, and we'll see if anybody joins. And let me go ahead and share this stream on youtube.com. Sentinels in chat, what's up, buddy? My brother. Where's I gonna go with this? YouTube, Control V. Okay, a couple of people join. Indeed, it's Friday night. It is a Friday night. How are y'all doing? Don't hail me, hail the EU. I'm just defending it. Yeah, but what's interesting is I don't know if you've Instagram Sentinel, but a lot of stuff has been happening on Instagram. It's kind of funny. I've done nothing but gain followers and views from all that, and it's a bunch of people against a bunch of big accounts against me. So I've not lost followers; I've gained followers. So that's something that's really cool. I really like that, and makes me happy. So we'll see if we can get some other people on. I'm trying to get some people on the stream itself. We'll see if anybody joins. I may be a little too late streaming, so we'll see though. It is Friday, so like people are usually up this late. A couple of people have joined. Yeah, let's see if we get some more people on. Nobody wants to join my stream. It's not nobody wants to join. It's too late. That's the problem. It says I have 2 viewers though. 2 viewers. It was 5 earlier. So no. Nameless. You seem familiar. It goes great though. I just got off work, so I work at a restaurant, so it's pretty busy tonight. It's a Friday night, so it gets busy, but it worked out in the end. I made some good money, so we're good. So, what's everybody reading? In EU wise, if you're reading from the EU, what you reading? Currently, I'm still finishing Bounty Hunter Wars up. It's taking me forever because the trilogy is just a slog. So it's not bad. I like a lot of it, but some of it is just it makes it hard to read. Um, but the next read that I have is that I'm planning on is Outbound Flight by Timothy Zahn. So another Zahn. I haven't read Zahn in a while, so I'm excited to get back to reading him. I've read most of his books. I haven't read any of his like prequel and Dark Times stuff. Dark Times meaning like OG original trilogy stuff. It's not really Dark Times, but whatever. His original trilogy stuff I have not read, and I haven't read his prequel stuff. So I'm very interested in that. I have read Mara Jade by the Emperor's Hand. That's a Zahn and Stackpole story. That was a good story. Though I feel like it's a lot more hyped than it. I think really. I mean, it's good, but it's not like the best thing ever. Though I guess it's more of a character study on Mara than it really is anything else. So then again, it's called Mara Jade by the Emperor's Hand. So I don't know. I thought it was alright. Any other? I got one viewer. I need more people. I need people to join. %, through a New Hope novelization. I've seen Midtown Finish. Oh, that's cool. I haven't read any of the novelizations for any of the movies. Not yet, at least. But yeah, I like the OT ones from what I've heard, because they're so. They follow the films loosely, all right, but they obviously there's differences, and there's going to be. That's how it was back in the day. Typically novelizations came out before the movie. Nowadays, it's afterwards. But it was definitely something that was very unique for that we don't see anymore. It's definitely something that we don't see anymore. But yeah, and if you know anything about writing a novel, it takes about a year or so to get the book finished. It's like making a movie in terms of there's a process, right? And so they had to rely on early scripts and drafts and whatnot for the novel, and that's what Alan Dean Foster had. So that's why things, and not just Alan Dean Foster, but Donald F. Glutz, I think is his name, and then James Caan, they all had the same, not really a problem, but it's all the same issue, right? But nowadays, novelizations are really important, especially in big franchises, because they add a lot to the movies. But back in the day, that's not really how they were treated. So that's why they're different. And then obviously with, we have the amazing hierarchy of canon. If you're wondering, well, how can it fit? The movie takes precedence. So if the movie depicted something the novel did, well, what happened in the movie is what actually happened. But in things like the New Hope novelization, there's extra scenes in there, like the Cammy and Fixer scene from the deleted scene was in it, and some other things. I think the Jabba the Hutt scene was in it too. So that's some of the things that did add. Of course, the special editions, but shows the Jabba the Hutt scene later. But the Cammy and Fixer stuff, which I think that's a really cool scene. I really liked Cammy and Fixer as characters. I thought they were interesting, and the EU kind of delves into them a little bit, so they're kind of cool. And if you don't know who they are, they were some of Luke's friends growing up on Tatooine. There's a lead scene where Luke and Biggs talk before Big goes to join the Alliance, and Cammy and Fixer there. They're boyfriend and girlfriend. I just started Vector Prime. Just in the first 10 pages, it felt like Lucas era Star Wars. I never thought I'd feel that again after having never read it. Vector Prime is my favorite Star Wars novel. You're in for an amazing ride. Just the whole New Jedi Order is beautiful. I mean, it's artwork. It's gorgeous, and it's a gorgeous story. It's a beautiful story. It's a story that far exceeds anything else out there in the Star Wars universe. It's amazing. And I wish more people would read it. What I really wish is for people who complain about the sequels, I wish they would read it. But they keep complaining. My boss knows I collect ebooks and was trying to give me his son's Aftermath trilogy, which I can't blame him for not knowing, but I told him you couldn't pay me to take those. That's interesting. Well, I would say, I don't know if that's ever offered to me in response, I would say, I already have those books. That's what you should say. But that way, it's not a big deal. I don't know. I've heard the Aftermath trilogy. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Though I haven't read it, so I'm not going to give my opinion on it. Which EU haters would do the same thing. They haven't read half the EU yet. They'll say it's bad. I don't get that logic, and then they'll make memes about it and think they're all so funny, and then they'll try and defend the principle of the meme, and then they'll say, "Well, it's just a meme. Why are you so mad at it?" We're mad at the point you're trying to make. We have a right to be mad. We have a right to And this is actually something that has really that actually happened recently to me. Go watch my live stream from earlier today. You'll see what happened. Um, yeah, it's just a meme, but is it though? Is it really just a meme? Here's what just a meme is. When you make memes about Walmart, right? When you make memes like that, it was a meme, yes, but there was it's seriously a belief they hold. They believe that half of the EU or most of it or whatever they want to say is garbage when they haven't even read it. If you've read the whole EU and that's the only time you can really say that most of it is bad. If you've actually read it. Now, would I still agree with you? Obviously, I wouldn't agree with you. I think we could have a dialogue. If you showed me your collection, or however you read it, but these people, they make these. Here's why they make these claims. They make these claims just to get a rise out of people. They got a rise out of me, and it's just a hate. And I hate it. I just know that if someone had done the same thing about the new canon, it would have gone a different way. If it was new canon and me hating on that, I would have, they would have got all over me. If I made a meme about the new canon, God forbid. But it's EU, so it's okay. Anyway, yeah, my wife was a new canon book collector for a while. She stopped after she read the Ahsoka novel, and someone told her it wasn't canon anymore, and she gave up on canon right after. That's interesting. It still is canon. That is kind of it's almost like people hate the hierarchy, but they'll insert the hierarchy's logic into the new canon. That's not how canon works anymore. If there's contradictions, there's just contradictions. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? But because the new canon doesn't have a hierarchy, because there isn't a definitive, objective, official way to discern if there's two contradicting stories, which one takes precedence, they both just exist as contradicting stories. I mean, that's just how it goes nowadays. And people hate on the hierarchy, but they don't understand it. The hierarchy isn't separate canons. They're not separate continuities. It's one continuity. But the hierarchy's purpose was to define which story had precedence over another. And typically it was based on medium. Obviously, the films having top tier authority than all the others. It's like in the Catholic Church with the hierarchy of bishops and the clergy in general. The Pope is at the top, right? And then there's the cardinals, then there's the archbishops, then there's the bishops, there's the priests, there's the deacons, there's the laity. That's the hierarchy of the Catholic Church. And the higher you go, the more authority you have. Same thing in the EU. The highest being G canon, then T canon, C canon, S canon, and N canon, right? So it's a hierarchy of which, mediums have a higher authority over the others. So in the EU, if a Dave Filoni project contradicted a book, or just any film or TV show, we can go with the TV show's interpretation because that one has a higher authority because it's a TV show. But in new canon, no, you can't do that because they're all on the same plane. Now, people will try and tell you there's different hierarchies. There's not. There is no official hierarchy in the new canon. There just isn't. Now, if StarWars.com posts an article with saying here's the hierarchy of canon, then yeah, there will be, and I will concede. But as of now, there isn't, and that's a problem the new canon will have to reconcile with. And the only way to do it is with a hierarchy. So, sorry, that was a very big rant. But I'm not saying you don't, but a lot of people don't typically understand that. But I mean, technically the novel is still considered canon. So, despite the contradictions. Now, in a perfect world, we wouldn't need a hierarchy, but humans are humans. We are imperfect. Things are going to happen. Errors are going to happen. So that's why we need a hierarchy to keep everything straight. Anyway, I'm waiting for people to join, like the stream itself, like come on and we can talk about Star Wars. But I don't think people want to. I don't blame them. It's late. There's 4 people in chat. Be everybody be active in chat, please. Makes this a lot easier for me. I'm kind of shopping for some new PC parts at the moment, so I'll lurk a little bit. No, that's okay. I'll be in and out. That's fine. That makes sense. Hopefully, I'm building a new PC to play SWOTOR. SWOTOR is a good game. Though you don't need like an elaborate PC to play SWOTOR. You can get like a generic game laptop like me. So, but there's 4 people in. Where are the other people at? I bet I know who they are. I'm not going to say it, but I know who they are. They don't want to talk. They're just going to watch so they can laugh and make fun of me. They're giving me views, though. Or it's not them. I don't know who it is. I don't care. Well, I do care. I want you to talk. Everybody talk in chat. Everybody who's here, who's watching. Oh gosh, this sickness sucks. I hate being sick. It really sucks, guys. Don't get sick. But Sentinel, have you is this your first time reading the New Jedi Order? If it is, you're in for a hell of a ride. A good ride. It's amazing. Here's a conversation starter for you. How do you feel about the Essential Legends book coming out next week? I don't remember what the next wave is. I actually don't know. Let me look that up. I don't know. The Essential Legends, generally speaking, I don't like the new covers. I just don't think, especially that Dawn of the Jedi one. Let me look here. I think it's it's Hard Contact, Dawn of the Jedi, and Yoda Dark Rendezvous. I actually did a stream a while back with Quinlan Voss Brennan. He's another younger Star Wars EU YouTuber. He's younger than me even. We did a live stream comparing the different covers with them all. Hard Contact, I don't mind. I don't think that it's a bad cover. The other 2 are bad. I mean, plain and simple. The Dawn of the Jedi one, I get where the artist was going, but it looks like fan art from Deviant Art, which is a website. It's a website for fan art. And there's a lot of cool fan art on there, but it does not belong on a Star Wars cover. And then the Yoda Dark Rendezvous, well, that's just a screenshot from one of the films, just redrawn and put some cool colors on it. They look bad. Hard Contact doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty good. The other covers, I really like the Revan one, the Revan cover. These ones already came out. Deceived, it's all right. It's kind of lame. Not, I don't know. And the X-wing Back to War. Well, I mean, it just looks like a Tie Fighter pilot with the symbol and then some ties, which is nothing special. Um, I don't know. The Essential Items collection, generally speaking, I mean, there's some gold here and there among the covers, but generally speaking, they're not very good. At least compared to the old ones. Who's your favorite Star Wars artist? Cover art, comics, etc. I have a couple. If we're talking about like artists for printed material, like comic books or novels, Dave Dorman. Dave Dorman has some excellent art. I love his art. His Dark Empire covers, his Crimson Empire covers are just beautiful. His Young Jedi Knight covers are great. In terms of like art for like source books, I would say Chris Trevis. Um, his artwork is great too. I love his art. Um, but yeah, in terms like if we're talking about, I guess that was comic covers with Dave Dorman. We're talking about like cover art inside. I don't remember who did Tales of the Jedi, but that person, I don't remember his name, but I love the Tales of the Jedi art. It's my favorite art. Is it the best art? No, but it's my favorite. And that I don't remember who did the Tales of the Jedi comics, but that art was great. If the Dawn of the Jedi cover didn't say Star Wars on the cover, nobody would even know it was Star Wars. That's fair. That's fair. Hello, Mel Exile. How you doing? Man, this I hate allergies, guys. Don't get allergies, or don't come to Texas. That's the problem. But yeah, those are my opinions. Those are my opinions. Not very controversial. I mean, everybody loves Dave Dorman. I mean, Dave Dorman's great. You know, Male Exile, I don't honestly remember, as bad as that sounds. I don't remember. But I'm glad you're okay, better. I'm glad you're okay, bro. Glad you're better. Yeah, I think that make everybody's job a lot harder. What do you do? What do you do for work? Thanks. You know, Male Exile, you know, man, you are a very mysterious individual. You know, that's why we all love you. You're mysterious. You're just there, you know? I've really made people triggered. I think I've triggered people. I've I kind of have an addiction to that, to making people mad. But yeah, so there you go. Thanks. I'm the real exile. Thanks, Lance. You're welcome. I'm a low key guy. You're very low key. You're very chill. Very calm. You're not like me. You're not like me. I'm loud and annoying and obnoxious, which people hate, but I don't care. I'm a storm spotter, so I get allergies all the time traveling around. You know, that reminds me of that episode of Regular Show with Skips and his friend. I don't remember his name. Um, they were they're storm hunters. I think they were. It's kind of cool. That's badass. There you go. You're right, Male Exile. It very much is. Male Exile, what are you reading, my friend? What are you reading? What book are you reading? If you're reading one. We got 6 people on. Got 6 people on. That's cool. 6 people. People out on the outside are looking at me. You got 6 people on? Well, it's midnight and I have 6 people on. That's a lot of people. Dynasty of Evil. That's a good one. Well, I say that, but I've never read it. It's a popular one. How about that? Gosh, I need to go blow my nose or something. It's soon Knight Errant. Oh, you're gonna go on an adventure with that one. Quality Autism. Hello, Quality Autism. Thanks for the views. You're still not allowed to come back to my Discord. Unless you act like a normal human being. Tell about Xana game. Yes, it's quality neurodivergent. No, it's Bano. Well, he actually quit. When he quit, he left. Then he got. I don't know if I actually banned him. I don't know. I demand the impossible. I don't know, man. It's just there's young people on my Discord. I'm one of them, and I don't know. I don't appreciate that. And it's not because you're a Denning hater. I have plenty of Denning haters in my Discord. There's nothing wrong with being a Denning hater. It's when you start attacking those who like him, which is what you did. And I don't appreciate that. Then you started making sexual assault jokes and things like of that nature, and I don't appreciate that either. Because there have been people in my Discord who are sexually assaulted, and I've met people who have been sexually assaulted, and I'm friends with them. They don't appreciate that. It gives them flashbacks to that trauma, and I'll be damned if I allow anyone to feel that in my Discord. That's why I banned you. How long are we talking? I have 15, 16-year-olds, young kids. And it doesn't even matter if they're young or not. I mean, you said things that were inappropriate. I don't care if it has something to do with free speech. Discord does not apply to free speech. You live in Germany. You wouldn't know anything about that. All I'm saying is and I can make German jokes. If you're going to make American jokes, I'm making German jokes. I don't care. I know you don't care. You don't care at all because you have no sympathy for people. You're an asshole. That's who you are. And that's why you're not allowed on my Discord anymore. I mean, it's that plain and simple. So, and the fact you attacked Marcel for his editing job, are you serious? Marcel is one of the nicest, most kindest people in the entire EU community. He does not deserve that. And you did it to somebody else, I don't remember who it was. But it's ridiculous. I mean, that's why people don't like you. Well, that makes sense. They don't know anything. They don't know any better. They actually did any sort of research. They'd realize flat Earth makes no sense. Like, explain seasons. Explain that. I don't care. They can be jokes all you want. That's not how they took it. So you, as someone who claims to be a good person, should understand that they didn't take it as a joke and that it offended them, and you should have tried to make it right with them because they're your friends. But no, instead you say things like this because you love to gaslight people because you are a narcissistic prick. That's what this is all about. That's who you are. And that doesn't even matter at this point. That happened after your ban. You made inappropriate remarks that you shouldn't have made. And you know you shouldn't have made it, but you don't care because that's who you are. Never claim to be a good person, good, because you're not. Yeah, I agree. And the fact that you're proud of not being a good person, I mean, that's sad. That's sad, Noah. It's really sad. Real sad. People like me and who I am, and I've been able to make a community here because I love everybody. I accept everybody. I don't care what your opinion is. As long as you like the EU, you're welcome. That's it. I don't care if you're a man, a woman. I don't care anything about that. Trans. Max has been on my stream. She's transgender. I'm a devout Christian. So we've sort of talked about that, but I don't care. But the thing is, when you love everybody, you're going to be more popular. But when you act like an asshole because you just like doing that, it's going to lead to things like conflict, unnecessary conflict. And like, no, I don't know how old you are, but I know you're older than me, and I'm only 18, and I'm over here explaining that to you. So, but and also, Marcel spent his time, maybe his money, I don't know about that, but he spent his time. He's a father, he has a family. I don't know if you have that, but he does. And he still did that for you. You decided to make a joke? Like, what is the sense in that? There is none. He's probably not streaming anymore because I don't care, but anyway. Yeah, but he did invest his time. Money, you can get money back. You can't get time back. And you thank Marcel? Well, that thanks doesn't mean shit if you're going to go on making ridiculous remarks about him. Marcel does not deserve that. Marcel is a very kind person, a very generous person, and he didn't deserve that. Sorry, Marcel. I didn't mean to bring you into this, but it pisses me off when I see people disrespect others and then claim it was just a joke, bro. It was just a joke. Sorry, Marcel. We can. I didn't mean to bring you into this. We can talk about it later, but I just can't stand asshole. I can't stand people like Noah. I can't stand them because my father was the same way and he ruined my life. Exact same way. Narcissistic, doesn't take ownership for anything that they did wrong, thinks it's all a big game. It ain't a game. When you're going around proud that you make sexual assault jokes, that and then the worst part about it is you in your Discord you said, "Oh, Aaron Alston shouldn't have died. Troy Denning should have." How much of a fucking prick do you have to be to say that? Again, I'm sorry, Marcel. I wasn't thinking I shouldn't have brought you in without your permission, but I'm honestly chill at the moment. Noah he's just coming in here because that's what he wants. He wants to debate and argue. Um, but I'm sorry, man. I'll stop talking about it. But um, again, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, but I just get really, I get too heated about these kind of stuff because, like I said, and I've told you about my dad, Marcel. I mean, he's not a very nice person, and my dad is a horrible human being. And I just can't stand people like Noah who do the same shit and they think they're so funny. No, it's not funny at all. In fact, I'm probably just gonna private this stream. Um, so anyway, let's talk about the expanding universe. Let's talk about Troy Denning. Let's talk about him. What is y'all's favorite Troy Denning book? I think, well, I haven't read all of his books, but I will say, from what I have read, Star by Star, I will say that. Anyway, let's read some of the other comments here. I just want to fly to Cosmos. Me too. Sometimes it's not about the material, but the spiritual. I don't know what you're referring to, Mel Exile. How was your day, Marcel? How are you doing, man? Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, anytime, Marcel. Anytime. You know, you're one of my favorite people in our little community that we've built up together. I didn't build this. We all built it together. And I'm so glad you're a part of it. You add so much, and it would be a shame if you were not a part of it anymore. So I appreciate everything you do for us. I appreciate the work you did on Noah's chronology because I know a lot of people love that. I haven't bought it. I'm not going to buy one. Um, but I know a lot of people like that book. Chris Nelson likes it. And you did a lot of hard work for that book. And, you know, if Noah's going to go around making jokes, that's his problem. But I think you did a good job. When is good for us? That's true. That's true. Favorite Denning Duke. Oh, it's not Star Wars for me. You say all of his books are your favorite, and then it's not Star Wars? I don't understand. I'm just kidding. I get a lot of people don't like his books, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with not liking his books. In fact, I'm not going to act like I'm the biggest. I mean, I've only read like 3 of his books. Tatooine Ghost, Star by Star, and First Darkness book. Tatooine Ghost was all right. Star by Star was amazing, and then Darkness 1 was a slog. So, hey, but Marcel, DM me later and we'll talk. Again, I don't. I hope there. I don't. I didn't mean. I don't. I didn't mean to bring you up. I know you don't want to be a part of that, but it's just. I think when I first learned about, again, I'm gonna private this stream afterwards anyway. So and I mean I just feel the need I have to do that anyway. It's just when I read that what he said about you, it disgusted me. Y'all know me. I love to have fun. I love having fun. I love memes. I love all that. But there's a line. There is a line you just don't cross. And I mean, growing up, my dad would do things like that. He would say something very insulting, and then when he saw you got offended or upset by that, he'll say, "It's just a joke, bro." I mean, that is a classic narcissistic trait. Classic. They all do it. Now, me calling Noah a narcissist isn't going to do anything because he doesn't think he is one, which is another narcissistic trait. They don't think they are. They think they do everything right. They think there's nothing wrong with them. And again, I hated to make this a part of it, but hey, Noah joined. the stream and said what he wanted to say. So, point blank, period. So I said my piece. Anyway, I'm trying to move on from that topic. I don't mean to stay on it. Jeez, I just want to talk about some EU. Man, what is y'all's favorite books? I don't know Ken or Mel Exile's favorite. What are y'all favorite? What's y'all's favorite? So your favorite, not the best. What's your favorite book? Mine has always been Vector Prime. Well, as of now, it may change in the future once I read more, but Vector Prime at the moment is my favorite. Favorite book is Wraith of Darth Maul. Is that a novel? I don't think that's a novel. Never heard of it. Unifying Force is the best ebook. That's a good one. You know what's? I remember when I first read it. I honestly kind of got bored through some of the book. I thought it was kind of boring in some parts. It was a great book. It was a good conclusion. But some of it just fell flat. Maybe I just expected it to be just like bam right there, but no, it was slow and steady. Favorite is kind of guilty of a guilty pleasure of mine. Fortunately, there's nothing wrong with having that as your favorite book. Absolutely not. Nothing. Or your favorite game or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people love that game. Young adult book. Interesting. What's your favorite novel? Let me rephrase it. Favorite novel. I've never heard of that. Wraith of Darth Maul. I'm gonna look that up. Is it Wraith or Wrath? I think it's supposed to be Wrath. The Wrath of Darth Maul. Oh, it's actually kind of cheap. It's a Star Wars Legends junior novel written by Ryder Wenham. It was first published in hardcover by Scholastic on January 1st, 2012. It chronicles the origin of Darth Maul and adapts stories from several other titles, such as Restraint, Endgame, and Star Wars Episode 1 Journal, Darth Maul, something, something, something. Very interesting. I've never heard of that before. Never heard of that. Wrath, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Like I said, I'm going to private this because I don't want anything to go out there that shouldn't be out there. I don't want any bad blood between me and Marcel. So I'm gonna go ahead and pirate. I keep wanting to say pirate. Yeah, I'm gonna pirate this stream. I'm gonna private this stream. So you have a good night. Thank you all for joining. I'm sorry about that. This went in a completely different direction than what I expected it to go to. Another reason why I don't want this public is I don't want someone clipping it and posting it to make fun of me. I think that's ridiculous. Deceived, I can understand. Dawn of the Jedi? Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Y'all have an excellent, excellent night. Thanks for watching.